For those involved in land development, home building, and commercial construction, it may be interesting to understand a similarity between a general aviation aircraft engine and land development design. Since the 1940s, both aircraft engine and land development design have remained stagnant. The question is why? It is the fear of litigation. If a new design does not work, the engine manufacturer and the civil engineer who adopted it will be liable. We have been fortunate to own a Piper Malibu in the past, which is the pinnacle of today's piston aircraft. Imagine cruising at 245 miles an hour in quiet, pressurized, air-conditioned comfort at altitudes commercial jet airplanes fly with over a 1,500-mile range. The beautiful aircraft has the best avionics and conveniences in the marketplace. Yet, we need to talk about the fuel management and throttle control, which have remained unchanged in the industry since the 1940s. The pilot who is lucky enough to fly this aircraft must manually switch the fuel tanks, manually control the propeller speed, and manually control the fuel and air mixture while trying to fly the plane. This is true with piston engine airplanes, with few exceptions. This is more obvious when we look at an aircraft engine for a 1947 Beechcraft Bonanza compared to the modern Malibu engine of today. The reason aircraft piston engine management is stuck in time is the fear of litigation. If the aircraft manufacturer automated these manual tasks and the tasks failed to work, the resulting lawsuits would be enormous. If a general aviation aircraft has an accident caused by pilot mismanagement, the bulk of the litigation is likely to go to the pilot instead of the manufacturer. So, you're probably asking yourself, what does any of this have to do with land development? When we look at a plat submittal from 1947 and one from 2025, they are essentially identical, similar to the aircraft engine comparison. Much of this has to do with fear of liability on the part of the civil engineer ultimately responsible for design of the development being submitted. An example where fear may come into play is strictly following the absolute minimums of a city and not straying outside convention. Should the engineer try something new and that new idea does not work, they understandably fear liability if something was to go wrong. This is a major reason why land development, which controls living standards, function, and affordability, lack innovation. Hopefully, this presentation demonstrated the correlation of stagnation between piston aircraft engines and land development design. There is an entirely new era of growth made possible by innovative methods and technologies that promise huge change, reducing economic and environmental impacts while increasing living standards which comply with the existing regulatory minimums. By complying with existing regulations, the fear factor of liability vanishes, but there is a roadblock to enacting this change, and that introduces the next problem. That problem is complacency.